Jordan Kahn is one of LA's most modern chefs, and Red Medicine one of the most modern restaurants in Southern California.
I've always wanted to be an artist ever since I was a little kid with painting, and there's a lot of that influence for sure, music. And then when I moved to Southern California, to Los Angeles, it was, it became very natural. This is the most prolific place I've ever lived. I mean, it's just, everything's in bloom all the time here. There's more varieties of things at the farmers markets here than you knew existed. It's like, for the United States, it's considered, the Santa Monica Farmers Market is considered one of the best, if not the best. So when I moved down here, the first thing I noticed was most of the garnishes that are on here are just things that we forage for wild. This is all the flavor of the landscape. This is a dish of cured ocean trout, so a cold fish preparation with some earthy elements that I'll sort of describe as we put it together. The first thing we're going to start with is ocean trout. This has actually been cured with sugarcane juice and a little bit of grapefruit peel. Overnight, what we're going to do here is we're just going to start putting the plate together by rolling these guys up. This is a sort of a custard that is tofu that's been blended with white soy, rice wine vinegar, and peanut oil, virgin peanut oil, so it's got a nice nut flavor to it. This is gelled sauce made from sugarcane juice. There's a little bit of virgin first pressing of fish sauce and lime juice. Next thing we have are icicle radishes. We tend not to peel our vegetables. We think that a lot of the flavor is in the skins, so these have just been wiped with a damp towel. And the icicle radishes have a nice, sharp, crisp flavor that pairs well with the fatty fish. And we just have some the butt ends that we cut off. We just slice them into coins so that we don't waste them. Next we've got grapefruit marmalade. Just a couple of these, just raw lime slices, really help balance the whole dish. And the idea is that everybody should taste a little bit different. This is a streusel, which is a pastry technique. It's basically a crumbly topping. The base of this is burnt chilies. So we've taken serrano and jalapeno chilies and we've just baked them in the oven until they're completely black. We grind them into a fine powder, and it's this really smoky quality about it. It almost tastes like toasted popcorn. Next we're going to add some of our wild-caught trout roe. It's just cured in salt. As you can see, it has a really nice bright color to it. Next we're going to put something called purslane. It's a wild succulent that grows here. It's kind of a salty, briny flavor to it. This is a dried meringue flavored with lemon verbena. There's very little sugar in it. There's salt and acid, so it's kind of a savory meringue. We're gonna finish the dish with some wild nasturtiums I went and picked last night. The flowers and the leaves have kind of a very unique flavor. It's in the same family as watercress, so it tends to have that peppery, sort of intense flavor. Cured ocean trout with creamy tofu, trout roe, grapefruit marmalade, burnt chili, nasturtium, verbena meringue. This dish is a dessert. It's kind of a loose play on a Linzer tort, which is one of my favorite sort of patisserie style desserts. And the first thing we're going to start with, this is a cremeux made with malab, which is the dried pits of cherries. It has a kind of an almond cinnamon sort of flavor to it, and it's mixed with Greek yogurt and made into a mousse, and it's thickened with a little bit of gelatin. Just put a small amount there to hold this guy in place. This is a petit beurre. It's like a soft shortbread cookie that's baked, and then it's packed into a mold and baked again. And this is flavored with juniper berries. And then we're just going to take our malab. In the center, we're going to sink. This is a jam made from hibiscus flowers. We're also going to add, just on top of this, this is a gel, a liquid fluid gel flavored with gentian, which is a root from France. It's one of their predominant flavors in Angostura bitters. The flavor is bitter, but it's really floral and earthy and has a really unique, just like distinguishable flavor. Next thing is we have a meringue that we're gonna whip to place on top. We're gonna add rhubarb. The rhubarb has been cooked sous vide at 145 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour in just a light syrup. There's also flavored with gentian and a little bit of juniper berries as well. So this is an eggless meringue, and it's flavored with aromatic willow, which it's the top tails of the willow plant. It's a unique flavor, but it's very complementary. Next thing we're gonna do is we have these croquant chips, these crispy chips made out of beets. We've taken beets and we've sliced them on a rotary sheeter, and then we make these sort of twirls out of them. Now we're gonna start garnishing with some aromatics. This is rose geranium. The scent is unbelievable. It's sort of like rose meets thyme. And this is we call red vein or red ribbon sorrel. The leaves from marigolds. The flavor, we call it bubblegum herb because it tastes kind of like bubblegum. And this is just some wild fennel. Fennel is going crazy right now everywhere. Rhubarb with aromatic willow, juniper, malab cremo, and beet croquant. Red medicine came from, it's an alternative name to Eastern medicine. It's another name for Eastern medicine, which is a practice, of medicine predicated on using natural means of healing people. So herbs, roots, vegetables, plants, animals. So, a guest coming into a restaurant to fulfill their hunger is akin to, somebody going to see a holistic doctor and, feeling better with herbs and flowers. Yeah, each dish is meant to be a little unique.
That is amazing. This will be interesting.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Is it macaroon or macaron? We visit the French part of Beverly Hills next to find out.